On YouTube, there's a lot of GTA content, and my favorite content will be Rags to Riches series. There's a lot of Rags to Riches series on YouTube. Some are successful, while others just started. And man, I have fun watching those. Currently, it's 2023, and as we wait for GTA 6, allow me to take you on a journey through my GTA 5 online grind. So welcome to my Rag to Riches series.
Now, before anybody asks, this is my real voice. I am a normal dude. I'm not trying to lie to anybody, but it has always been my dream to have a voice actress for this series, and you can bet that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Plus, the voice changer will eliminate some of the background noise. I have a girlfriend and she agrees to help me voice over this video, but I figure it would take too much time to complete it. I am a big fan of Dr.Crush, but I'm not going to follow his spin the wheel method. Let the big shot do their thing and let the small fry like me do mine. I will use my real voice from time to time, but I need you to bear with me if you hear some background
Man,
noise.
nobody want to listen to that voice, man. You better shut up. As you can see, I went with a white t-shirt and a cowboy hat to match with the treasure hunt activity later. As for the stat, it is important to max out the stamina. This is for the junk energy time trial. I will set the driving and shooting skill to minimal since all we do in the game is driving and shooting. Thus, it will gradually increase over time as the game progresses. What do you think about my character, boys and girls? Now then, I am playing on the old-gen version of the game with the Criminal Enterprise starter pack. My first intention is to start everything from scratch, but I figure most players is either on the new-gen console with the Career Builder, or if a player were to play on the older version of the game, they are most likely to play with the Criminal Enterprise starter pack. I am planning to take you on a journey with me making money on this game, and not making this as a guide on how to play the game. But if you are playing on the old gen or PC version and somehow watching this video for tips, not to worry, I will not use these businesses early on in this series anyway. I am going to claim the Maze Bank West office for free, but if you are a subscribe for taco fans, you will notice the Long Bank West has a better scenery. One more thing I'd like to add, this is the only businesses that I am claiming from the starter pack. Once we selected our office, there are some upgrades or add-on we can purchase separately, like the decoration and gun locker. Some of the decoration are really nice, but since we are broke, I will skip that for now. I hope you like the name of the CEO. It matches with my channel name and I think it's hilarious. Not to mention I'm a plastic girl.
Your jokes are garbage.
For the combination, that's something I want to buy in the future so we can spawn in our office if we want to grind crates or vehicle cargo. There you go, boys and girls. I will see your office. Next, we need garages. I believe there should be an apartment that all players can own for free that comes with a 2-car garage. Now, I might be mistaken, but if there is no apartment given to you, you can always buy a cheap garage for 12 grand. This apartment, the San Vita's apartment, however, came with the Criminal Enterprise starter pack. I am going to take advantage of that and purchase it for free. And the last property I will redeem from the starter pack catalog is the 10-car garage near the LSIA. So if you are a beginner in GTA and playing the old version, I recommend you get the starter pack. However, if you are tight on budget and don't sweat it, more or less the journey is still the same. It's just that it is more convenient for me to use the benefit from the catalog. The reason you need a garage is because you can start purchasing the Duke of Death. I'm pretty sure it is free for all players. The Duke of Death is very good, especially if you are a beginner. If you are fighting with enemy NPC while you are in the Duke of Death, the majority of the NPC bullets won't hit you. There is a free card that comes with the starter pack catalog, and that is the Turismo R. I won't be using that card for now though. I am just gonna claim it since it is free. Another thing I am going to claim is the Western Zombie Chopper. This is my favorite bike. I love the sound of this bike. After making all those purchases, it's time to make some money. My first agenda is to raid the stash house. Currently, the stash house is further north of the map near St. Chiansky. I wanted to use my motorcycle to get to St. Chiansky, but I figured it is best for us to fly there by chopper. So again, I have to claim one more thing from the criminal starter pack catalog, and that is the Frogger helicopter. I am sorry guys if you are getting tired of me shopping, but the free chopper spawn in the free mode is only available after level 5. Let me appreciate this bike. I think it matches with our character. I went to check the helicopter spawning area just to check, and true enough, no chopper could be found. Would it be better if the chopper just spawned in regardless our level? So I called in my Frogger. I can just go there with my motorcycle, but I feel that is a little bit tedious. If I'm not mistaken, the Frogger helicopter is worth $1.3 million. That's a little steep for an unweaponized helicopter, don't you think? It looks okay in my opinion, but for that price, I don't see anybody buying that, especially early stages in the game. For me, if it were 200 grand, it would be befitting considering it does not have armor nor weapon. I made a quick stop at the ammunition to claim free weapons. This will make raiding the stash house easier. The stash house is a great addition to the game. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have $0, so I could not afford anything, not even armor. I am 100% sure that this shotgun is free for all players. But unfortunately, this compact rifle is free because it comes with the Criminal Enterprise starter pack. I can even buy bullets, so I guess we have to make do with what we have. The stock bullets from the free shotgun should be sufficient to get rid of the enemies in the stash house. I did not claim for the counterfeit cash factory, so I will get 30 grand instead for doing the stash house. If you have businesses in the game, then the reward of raiding these stash houses is that you will get a free randomly selected full supply for one of your businesses. I am glad that I brought the shotgun. The shotgun does wonders here. The shotgun is insane, man. Might be because this is a small area and the enemy NPC is close by, so it's easy to take out the NPC with this weapon. After dealing with the NPC, it's time to find a code and open a safe. Boom! 30 grand for that simple mission. The stash house has a cooldown of 24 real life hours, so I can only do this again tomorrow. We earned 30 grand, so it's shopping time!
That was horrible, man. If you sing again like that, I'm gonna delete this.
It's important to buy armor. As you can see, we can now straight away buy 10 of the super heavy armor. It's not like before where you needed a certain level to equip the super heavy armor. I am going to buy some pipe bombs for explosives. We do not have enough to buy the homing missiles. I am going to purchase some bullets for the shotgun. And some bullets for the compact assault rifle. The mini SMG is pretty useful, so for drive-by scenarios, so of course we are going to purchase this weapon. We can't afford anything else except to purchase the marksman rifle for free from the Criminal Enterprise catalog. After all that purchasing, we are now at $9,500. Let's make some more money in this game. I was going to the G-Cache area near Palito Bay, but I spot a blue blip on the mini-map. It was a smuggle cache free mode event, so of course I will participate to earn us more money. We need to land to activate the Smuggler's Cache free mode event. So essentially, we need to follow the smoke flare until we reach the last smoke flare. On the last smoke flare, we can get the loot of $25,000. I forgot that we do not need to land to collect the smoke flare. We can just stay on our chopper or maybe Oppressor Mark II to collect these flares. But here, the flare is in the tight spot, so I land the chopper to collect the flare so I can avoid my chopper blowing up. On the last flare, it was at the bottom of the ocean, so I have to land my chopper again and collect the smuggle cache. Another 25 grand. Nice. After that's done, I'm going to collect the G cache to earn a little less than 20 grand, which is near Palito Bay that I mentioned just now. I got off my chopper and start searching for the G cache. These boxes are quite hard to find sometimes. I was not planning to do the treasure hunt at this point, but since I located the first clue, I might as well start the treasure hunt. These are the slasher treasure hunts where we need to locate 5 murder clues to unlock the Navy revolver. Man, I've been looking everywhere for this cheese cache, but nowhere to be found. I believe it took me around 10 minutes to find the cheese cache, and finally I found it lying on the ground behind the motel. Because the color of the cheese cache matches the ground, it's hard for me to see the cache here. But for that, I make 18 grand, and with that, we have a total of 58 grand in our pocket. Now they say we will receive snacks. I am a little skeptic because the last time I watched someone else's Rags to Riches series, the snacks weren't given to them. So I checked my inventory and yes, the snacks were filled up. Since I started the slasher treasure hunt back in Palito Bay, I might as well complete it. The first location I'm going to is this area near the chicken farm. This is the second clue. And I was credited with $5,000 for that. The third clue is near this airstrip, which is a hand lying down in a desert. Another $5,000 for that. The fourth clue is near this area. I could not pinpoint the actual place on the map, but I'm 100% sure it is here. After watching all those R&R videos, I know for a fact that the unfinished shack here is the fourth clue. Yet another $5,000. Currently, we are well over $70,000. Now the last clue is a little bit tedious as it spawns at the 5 random locations. Unfortunately for me, I had to go to all 5 locations before I found the last clue. The first location I checked is in Lago Zancudo near the hangar. The second location I checked is in Cassidy Creek near Raton Canyon. Now, for the third location, I wasn't sure the exact location on the map, but from memory, I know what the location looks like. It can spawn besides the train tracks near the highway. The fourth location is same ordeal for me. I remember the basic location of the last clue, which is near Ron's alternate facility and beside a water tank near the train tracks. Finally, the last location the clue can spawn is under the highway bridge near St. Chiansky. The thing we are looking for is an abandoned van with blood on the trunk. There you are. Mommy has been looking all over for you. After investigating the last clue, you will receive a message from the slasher.
I'm sick of you sticking your nose where it
I'm
doesn't
not
belong.
gonna read it. I've read the same message at least 10 times before making this video. So now we need to wait for the slasher to come and try to kill us. It is 7:30 AM on my in-game phone, so we have around 20 minutes before the slasher spawns. So my plan to kill time was to sell cars either for Simeon or at Los Santos Customs, but then I spotted a blue blip on the minimap. It was the sleeping guard from Cayo Perico. We can get 6 to 7 grand from robbing him. That reminds me, what do you want me to buy first on this account? Is it the Kosaka, the agency, or other businesses? Comment down below and I might reconsider it. I obtained 7 grand from the Cayo guard. I noticed after robbing the guard, we received a key for the locked location on Cayo. Anyone know what is this key for? From all the activity, we are now at 85 grand, and you know what time is it? It's time for a shop!
Don't you dare sing again.
There are a lot of choices, but the one I wanted to buy was this jacket worth of 24 grand.
You bought a $24,000 jacket? Honey, I know cars are cheaper than that.
I know, but I just want to have fun on this game. Plus my character looks like a cowboy, which matches his father, Mr. John from Red Dead. I am also going to buy this boot. I think this looks sick. Look at him. He looks hot like he's on fire. We still have time to kill, so I am thinking of doing the junk energy time trial to put our stamina to the test. Ah, the city. How I miss the city. I am going to park the chopper in the parking lot. If you do the junk energy time trial, then you know our character will spawn back at the starting point after completing the time trial.
I don't believe this. Hey, I sourced the new color of yarn.
With that, we receive 50 grand and we have well over 100 grand in the bank. I hope I won't get a copyright strike on that in-game music. Sorry guys for voting the whole time trial, but I just can't resist. We still have a few minutes to spare, so as per my earlier intention, I plan to steal a car and sell it. Upon reaching the Los Santos custom, I spotted a saber turbo. I'm not sure if you know, but after the Los Santos Mercenaries update, this car is considered rare by many players because you can no longer buy it off the website. So obviously, I will take this car. I'm not much of a car guy, car girl, but I think this car looks amazing. To own a NPC car, you need to drive it back to your garage and don't forget to buy insurance for the car so that if it's destroyed, it will not be permanently destroyed. Let's take this car for a spin. It is 4 PM in game time, so I should have ample of time to search for a car and sell it. I know one of the SUVs has a higher selling price, but I can't remember which SUV is more expensive. I am guessing the Galipentum Baller is selling at a high price, but I think other SUV will fetch high price as well, right? Only 2 grand?
Nope.
I was going to sell this Oracle, but on my way to the LS Custom, I found a Sentinel. I know the Sentinel can fetch a better price if we were to sell it to Simeon. Normally, if you steal a car that is requested by Simeon, you will receive a 2-star wanted level. After losing the cups, I make my way to the LS Custom because Simeon wants it repaired before we can sell it to him. We need to change the color before we can sell it too, so I pick grey, and surprisingly, this color looks good on this car. After changing the car color, I make my way to my favorite place in the game, which is the docks, to complete the deal with Simeon. If you are wondering why this is my favorite place in the game, I hope I can explain it in the future if the series goes well. For that deal with Simeon, we received 14 grand. Currently, we are at 129 grand total. I checked on my phone and it's currently 8 PM, so it's time to visit the slasher, if you catch my drift. On my way to Sandy Shores, I spotted a gun van. It is best to check what is available to purchase in a gun van even at a low level. The gun van can sell weapons that are still locked behind level requirement. For example, the assault shotgun is only available at level 35 if I'm not mistaken. With that said, I was hoping to get the assault shotgun, but unfortunately it was not available. Instead, the minigun is available for purchase. I remember the price was higher, but as you can see, it was selling at 45 grand only. I had to buy that weapon because if I were to fight choppers, this weapon would come in handy. With that purchase and some armor, we are now at 83 grand. We are late for our appointment with Mr. Slasher, so I make my way to Sunny Shores. I am not sure why every YouTuber goes here to the airstrip to wait for the Slasher. The Slasher will spawn anywhere in Plain County, but allow me to follow the traditions. What I like to do is to climb on top of a car and wait for the Slasher to spawn.
Hello there, good sir. Did you bring my money?
After blasting Mr. Slasher in the face, we received the Navy revolver plus 50 grand. With that first part of the challenge complete, we are now at 133 grand total. Finally, allow me to explain how the challenge works. After obtaining the Navy revolver, first we need to link our social club account. Then we need to acquire 50 kills using this weapon. The kills can be from NPCs or other players. Now, as for me, I'm not killing harmless NPC on the streets. I suppose things will get a little more exciting if I use the gun on enemy NPC instead, like in a real combat where I shoot the NPC to death. Alright guys, initially I was going to add my golden revolver treasure hunt to this video, but I figured this video is going to be too long. So I guess that's a wrap. Thank you for watching, boys and girls. I hope I get to see you on the next one. See ya!